There are only a couple of events each year in the off-campus student housing industry that bring all of the industry leaders together. The annual Interface Student Housing Conference is the largest event for the industry. 2024 marks the 16th year for this conference and is being held April 24th through the 27th at the JW Marriott in Austin, Texas. This is the premier event for student housing professionals, bringing together leaders from all facets of the sector, including owners, operators, investors, lenders, and university partners. The conference features the industry's best and brightest minds all under one roof, delivering the knowledge, tools, programs, and connections necessary for leaders to shape their future success and the future of the student housing industry. So who are some of the folks attending this year's conference? Let's meet one of them right now. Craig, I hear you're going to Austin.
Heck yeah, I can't wait, Wes.
Well, I know this is a big conference for everybody in the student housing industry, but I'm pretty sure it's your most favorite conference that you have to go to.
It is. You know, we because of our two divisions, we certainly sell into both student housing and conventional multifamily. But I love the student housing space, and I love this Randy and Rich, just great guys. I mean, I love France Media and what they put out, and so I love going to this conference in Austin.
Well, for those that have no clue what Postal Solutions is, and I don't know what rock they've been living under. Just kind of a quick, 90-second elevator pitch on what it is that Postal Solutions does for the student housing industry as well as the multifamily industry as a whole.
Our oldest division, mail management, manages the outsourcing of mail delivery for student housing properties where the Postal Service doesn't deliver or put the mail in the mailbox. They take that high rate of transiency historically or the on-campus housing model and apply it to apartments off campus. And they might bring the mail, but they won't actually put it in the mailbox, right? So we manage that for now over 100,000 beds a day. We're about 3 months away from coming up on our 25th year. So August of this year will be 25 years. I started the business when I was 20 in college at the University of Florida, fighting against it. I delivered the mail myself for a while. In 2015, we had the opportunity to rep and sell package locker systems from all the providers that were out there at the time. And we chose Luxor One. I just think they're light years ahead. Their technology is super cool. The things they're looking at in advance were amazing, still are today. And we added their product line in 2016, and we have a team that sells and installs across the United States. We're actually coming up on 1,000 Luxor One sales shortly. In the next couple of months, we'll hit 1,000. So mail and packages, mailandpackages.com, right? Mail and packages, that's our website. But that's us, right? Everything mail and packages for the student housing industry.
Well, it is a really cool story, and we won't jump into it now, but just the fact that you got started with this while you were in college, and if you chose to go outside the state of Florida anywhere, the opportunity may have never come to you because it was really, totally. I can't remember if it was the entire state of Florida or if it was just Gainesville, but at that point in time, they were like, we're not doing this for student housing anymore.
It was a big deal. NAA got involved, NMHC got involved, Florida Apartment Association. We started in Gainesville. We went to Tampa. We went to Tallahassee and Raleigh at the same time. I met Donna Price in 2001, became a client in 2002. The folks that built Campus Lodge, the Fort family, right? And off and running we were for a handful of years, and slowly did, clients, hey, well, can you service my property? I'm in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Well, I once was never in Bowling Green, Kentucky with a client, right? And so same case when we moved to Austin and State College and New York. And so I could not be more appreciative. Let me just say that up front. I could not be more appreciative of the student housing industry. The friends that I've made, the people that I've met at shows, conferences.
Well, it's vice versa. They've been very appreciative of you as well, and you've been fantastic to this industry. But hey, let's talk a little bit about the conference because this may be the first time for some going to this conference, and what kind of tips and tricks for the conference. We'll talk about Austin a little bit, here in a little bit, but just for the conference, what are some of the things you would say, hey, make sure you take advantage of this or that?
I would say for the conference, make sure you take advantage of the networking. I love that there's networking opportunities. I love that there's chairs sitting outside. I've been to a lot of conferences for a lot of years in a lot of states and cities and whoever's, putting them on. But for this conference, there's so much opportunity to meet and chat with people. I don't know if this is the place to tell the story, but I can't tell you how many cups of coffee I get. And I get in line and fill it up. And where are you from? And what do you do? And chat and take a sip or two and put it down and get in line again and get another cup of coffee and do it again and again. But I've met so many great people, like just taking the time, right, to say hello and stick out my hand and meet them. And it's generally reciprocal, right? People are expecting to be there to network and meet people. And for that part, I would say it's easy. You need some initiative, right, to say hello and do that. But it's just wonderful for meeting folks, networking, a lot of education. I'm not knocking that part, right? But just for meeting new and networking, wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. I would definitely say from a networking standpoint, this one, regardless if you're a vendor or if you're going there to, try to sell a deal, put a deal together, whatever, everybody is open ears, open arms. Hey, let's sit down and talk, figure out a way that we can, help each other out. And, maybe there's something that, isn't maybe there's not an immediate need, but it's one of those places where you will always remember the folks that you meet as well.
Yeah, and they're open to meeting other vendors or industry players, right? Just to talk about what it's your offering. Do I need it today? Might I need it tomorrow? Nice to have met you. I don't need this right now, but I've had that. I've met folks who, hey, we met 3 years ago and you gave me your card. And I remember we talked about this and I had to find you and here we are. And so back to the networking part, right? It's just, you never know.
Well, I know this has got to be, you've got to be over what, 8, 10 of these conferences so far?
For this show, this is
specifically for Interface.
Oh, it's like 15 years or something.
This is their 16th. So if you've been going
I've been
every
all
single
but
year?
one. Yeah, I've been all but one. So I'm happy to support them, be there wherever they're going to host it, have it. I'm big fans of. Magazine, the conference.
So let's talk about Austin. If you've been going for 16 years, I'm sure you've got some places that you're just like, hey, you got to make sure you do this.
Yeah, I love Trulux. I love Roy's. I love walking down 6th or 7th. You want great Tex-Mex or Mexican food, live music. Really, it's like anything that you want is within a couple of blocks. And so that part makes it fun and convenient. There was a year where I got together with other vendors and we rented a music studio.
Nice.
That was fun, a fun party. Los Lonely Boys recorded their music there, actually. I had a good time with that. There's a lot of great places very close by. You can find a lot.
Have you got your itinerary ready for this year? Is there anything specific that you're trying to do?
I don't know. I there's so many folks I want to see. For me, it's a lot of nice to see you. I miss you. Maybe a hug. Yeah. I look forward to seeing all the folks from Asset Campus, Stacy Lukoki, Julie Bonin, Jason Ford, Stephen Mitchell, friends from Scion. I know we're here in town. I'm in Raleigh, right? But I love seeing the folks from Price Company there. Donna, Kirk, Adam, Dewana, Chloe, Sarah, Chelsea, Whitney, Ed, Susan. It's generally sent a lot of folks. Chad, I'm not really sure who's coming. John, even. I love catching up with. For years, I was on an NAA student housing planning committee, and who was going to chair that, right? So Ryan McGrath chaired it, Mike Peter chaired, Dan. So I really got to meet some great industry folks and become friends with them. So I look forward to seeing Mike and Dan, everyone from Landmark. I hope Jen Cass, I know she'll be there, right? When I got started, I was delivering mail myself. Jen was an assistant property manager. And so just to see how she's so amazing. I'm so impressed by her. But just, that's early 2000s, right? So I'm talking about a long, long time ago. But just to see them, Kristen Penrod from Parallel's been super kind. And, at the show, I was making that comment, right, where I've met folks. I was at that Thursday night Belmont party and I met Samuel Matunga from XFD. I was just chatting, standing by a rail, chatted it up. Super nice guy. I really look forward to seeing him. Been super kind, helpful to us. Henry Morton, we don't service or offer anything in Canada, but could not be more kind and nice. And I genuinely I know I'm like gushing over my clients, but I I love to see them interact. Matt Maxa, Jason
It's
Taylor, if he's coming.
it's like a second family in student housing, especially on the operation side,
Yeah.
and with the developers. We're a niche group, and we all know each other, and it's in so many ways. Even though that you've been on the vendor side, for your career, it's one of those things that there's just faces and folks that have been a part of this, over the past 20, 30 years
Yeah.
that have really made the industry what it is. And so to be able to
And what it is so different. I got started, I turned 45 last month, but this is like, I got started pre-LinkedIn, right? I literally had Craig's summer road trip, going to a city, looking for maybe stirred up dirt, student housing coming soon, writing it down. In a year, I might have a client, on to the next city, like 2 weeks at a time. It was a very different effort in prospecting. There wasn't a unified group like this. That just didn't exist. To watch that blossom over the last 25 years has been amazing. And companies acquire others and merge. And, I miss Bill Bayless. Craig, how many beds now? Well, 30,000. Well, 65,000 now. 100,000. Just that you would even get that time or attention, right? Look at not that I'm saying that about Bill. I just mean the size of right, ACC, but
yeah.
that genuine discussion, right? Just, it's so super kind. It's been very nice.
Yeah. Well, hey, for folks that have not met with you yet, or maybe they're new to the student housing industry, I think that's the only way they would not know you, is that they're new to the student housing industry.
Kind of you.
I highly suggest that they get in touch with you. We've got your Calendly link, and we'll have a QR code that links to it as well, kind of in the end screen here. So if folks want to set up an appointment with you in advance, and they can do that. But for folks that may not be able to, get to the show notes right now and click on that, what's the best way for them to find out more about Postal Solutions and get in touch with you?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'd say just shooting me an email. And I appreciate that link that you're going to throw up. Our URL is mail and packages, MAIL and packages.com. It's easy. Craig at mailandpackages.com. And so happy to connect, chat for a minute. I'm happy to make any introductions. I'm happy to talk to any other vendor who is also new in the space and looking to connect or share whatever I can. I mean, I folks did that for me. Paul Dugan did that for me. It was nice to, all these years, Rob Castellucci, Diana Paz, all these other vendors, and together. And if you can make a connection or help or chat, I would gladly do that in a minute for anybody. I just cannot
fantastic
say that enough.
Well, Craig, really appreciate, just your heart for this industry and everything that you guys do. And we'll see you in Austin.
I appreciate it. I'll see you soon, Wes. Thanks a lot.
All right. Take care.